오늘 뮤직 오디세이는 세계적인 하모니카 연주자의 무대와 이야기로 준비했습니다. 어제 세종문화회 인터뷰에서도 잠깐 소개가 됐던 하모니카 연주자 하워드 랩입니다. 1997년에 그래미상을 수상한 하워드는 일반 5음계 하모니카로 12음을 다 연주하는 독창적인 기법을 개발해 고난이도의 연주를 소화하는 음악가입니다. 그는 하모니카 하나로 클래식에서부터 팝송, 재즈, 심지어 중동음악까지 수많은 장르의 음악을 연주해 하모니카의 지평을 넓히고 있습니다. 얼마 전 체코 필하모닉 오케스트라와의 협연 녹음을 마치고 온 하워드 레비를 뉴스 매거진 스튜디오에 초대해 이야기와 연주를 들어봤습니다. 다음 코너 뮤직 오디세이에서 함께 하시죠.
It is an incredibly personal sound. There's nothing mechanical in the instrument. It's the only instrument I know that doesn't use the hands except to hold it. You can't see it. There's only these little reeds inside vibrating, and it uses the breath in both directions. And so you never have to worry about running out of breath because you're blowing on it first and then you're drawing on it. So it's like breathing. It's a very natural feeling to play it. The mechanics of the instrument, first off, it's invisible. You can't see what's moving. If I had a screwdriver and took it apart, you could see that inside this instrument are 20 small brass reeds. 10 of them are riveted to this reed plate that's in the center, and they vibrate when you blow. And the other 10 are riveted away from you, and they're open this way, and they vibrate when you inhale. So you can play chords if you have your mouth open more. You can play single notes if you make your mouth smaller. Or if you tongue block, some people do it that way. You can play rhythms, chords, melodies, rhythms. It's the only wind instrument that's capable of playing a melody, a chord, and a rhythm on a wind instrument. No saxophone or flute can do that. So it's kind of a percussion instrument, a melody instrument, a chord instrument, and as you just heard, you can bend the notes. It's almost like there's several little trombones hiding inside this thing. And so this is what makes the instrument so fantastically expressive for playing blues and jazz, is the ability to bend these notes. And you can do other expression with your hands. This is the original wah-wah pedal. So, for such a simple instrument, it makes an incredible amount of, there's an amazing variety of sounds you can get from it. I started playing harmonica when I was 18. I was a freshman at Northwestern University, and I had been carrying one of these around in my pocket, sounding really bad. And all of a sudden, one day, I picked it out of my pocket and I started to sound really good. It happened immediately, and it was a very big surprise to me. I'm always expanding because I like to challenge myself, and so sometimes I write things that are very hard for me to play, and I practice them for years until I get them right. Sometimes it's trying to catch up to my piano playing on this instrument, because I see this instrument in my mind as a piano. And one of the things that I discovered when I was 18 was how to play the full chromatic scale on this instrument. So all the white keys and black keys, both on an instrument that was not designed for it. Because being a piano player, it's very frustrating to have an instrument that doesn't have all the notes on it. And I discovered this early on in my playing, that some of the notes were missing. And so I tried and tried and tried, and by using a bending technique, on the top you can bend on the blow, on the bottom on the draw. So I reversed that technique, and on the bottom now, when I tried to bend the note down, this other note popped out. And by doing that, I found the one missing note I was looking for, and then I realized that maybe all of the notes that were missing could be found this way. And indeed they can, and so now I have a 3-octave chromatic scale. Oh boy, I'm in several different bands. I'm music director of a 9-piece Latin jazz band called Chevere de Chicago. I've been in that band for more than 30 years. And we have a CD out called Secret Dream on my label, which is called Balkan Samba Records. I also am about to put out a classical CD that includes my harmonica concerto that I recorded in the Czech Republic with the Czech National Symphony, and a chamber piece, a chamber suite that I also recorded here in Chicago at DePaul with the Rembrandt Chamber Players. So that's very exciting that that's going to come out. Last year I put out 2 CDs that made the Downbeat Best CDs list, 2 jazz CDs, one for the Chicago Sessions label and one on my own label. And I'm about to go on a 2-week tour of Europe in late March. And after that, starting in May, I'm going to be doing very heavy touring with a group called Bela Fleck and the Flecktones. It's a reunion CD we just recorded for Koch International, and I'm going to be all over the world with them for the next year in chunks of, a few weeks here, a few weeks there. So this is a kind of a big change for me. And that's only part of what I'm doing. So there's a lot. Well, it's different. It's a first time for me, but I've played all over the world for just about everybody. So I'm really used to playing for different people, and I really enjoy it. I'm going to do a combination of original music of mine on piano and on harmonica, and some simultaneous piano harmonica, and some jazz standards, and also some classical music. So kind of a broad variety of things. What does the harmonica mean to me? It's a beautiful way to express my deepest feelings and some of my most advanced thoughts through this most personal instrument.